In the transition planning process, it's crucial that parents and educators work together to reinforce what students are learning both at home and at school. Parents can help students learn important vocational and community skills by giving them responsibilities at home, things such as having an allowance and money management.
When your child's in high school and thinking of transition, at that point you're in the middle of it. You really need to be very focused in on what is their view of where they want to live, where they want to work, how they're going to access the community. Will they be able to drive? Will they need to learn to ride the city bus? Will family be the ones that provide transportation for them down the road? And gaining those skills and exploring those options. Being mindful, of course, that we don't want to peg them in a hole that might not fit for them, but continuing to explore, but also having kind of your eye on the prize. Where are we headed? If we don't have a plan, then the path is going to be very erratic and we're all going to be frustrated.
Things that we have tried to do at home is to always be open to talking about whatever he might want to try to do and keep him involved in what he's capable of doing. He's done a lot of Special Olympics activities, and that's involved him traveling on his own without us going at times, to let him learn that, to be responsible. I think we've always tried to encourage him to be involved in his church groups, and if he wanted to go anywhere or do anything, we were willing to, take him, since he's not driving, and push him on the bus. He's learning the bus system right now.
I think definitely by high school we would want some, independence in personal care needs, independence in getting ready, getting up in the morning. Also thinking about how will they navigate the community, who will be scheduling things for them. Do they know how to schedule an appointment? Do they know how to schedule a ride if that's what's needed? Really making sure that you've touched upon all the things that are needed, so when you get to that formal transition planning related to what exactly does this next step look like, you have a strong foundation and they're self-aware of what their needs are, what their likes and interests are, and then we can be more precise in our planning that then will lead to employment success and living success.
Parents, guardians, and family members are essential in helping develop employment readiness skills. From an early age, there are things that families can do at home and in the community to help prepare their child to have a successful transition to employment. One key thing to focus on is developing self-determination. This means that someone has the opportunity and ability to make choices that direct their life in a way that makes them happy and brings them satisfaction. When we think about our own lives, most of us have many opportunities throughout the years to make choices and guide our life in a direction that brought us happiness. Parents can begin to work on self-determination through choice making and modeling choices for their child. By providing multiple opportunities for your child to make choices throughout the day, you're not only encouraging appropriate communication skills, but also learning about their preferences and interests. Choice making can be done verbally, through pictures, or really through any mode of communication that your child's currently using. Initially, when you're working on this skill, you might begin with just a couple of choices, and then increase them as your child gains more success in their choice making. You can also expand the skill to talk about consequences of certain choices. For example, if you choose to do this activity, we might not have time later for a different one. Choice making is a great skill to work on to help decision making later in life. Problem solving is another key skill. At home, problem solving skills can also be taught by modeling, thinking through a problem, possible solutions, and then discussing the outcomes. This is a great conversation to discuss strategies such as calming techniques that the child can then ask for in the future when they're starting to become frustrated. Parents can also help children with goal setting and understanding what it means to have a goal and to take steps towards accomplishing it. These goals can be short-term, like saving enough chore money to buy a game they want, or they can be more long-term, like practicing riding a bike so that they can eventually ride on a longer trail. Parents can also have a positive impact on post-secondary outcomes by promoting independence for their child. At times, children with autism can become overly dependent on adult support that we provide. It's important for us to think about what we're doing for them and how we can begin to help them to do these things for themselves. And often these are the little things that we don't even think about, like putting their shoes on or clearing the dishes from the table, wiping their mouths off when they're messy. One of the best things that we can do early on is to start teaching responsibilities, to do chores at home, to seek out volunteer opportunities within the community. You can support your child to participate in these opportunities. As children begin developing communication, it's important to begin working on advocating for their needs and wants. As some individuals, this might be related to using a communication device to request a preferred item or activity. And for others, it might be how to learn to appropriately protest when they don't want to do something. For children with fluent verbal language, it's important to teach and support your child's communication skills, help build opportunities for social engagement and recreation, and provide reinforcement for your child to learn new skills. Having high expectations is essential. Many parents have expressed how important it is for school teams to have high expectations for their child. It's just as important for families to do the same.